There we go. Good morning. How are we doing? Happy Monday morning. What do we got? The 10th of August. How about that? Got the volume turned up on my hat, full volume. Yeah, little update since last live stream. Let's turn my sound off. So basically, I got myself a new headphone. New headphone slash microphone set, so my audio quality should be just a tad better now for your hearing pleasure. Um, yeah, so here we are, another Monday morning. The headphone microphone combo came in. Let's see, it was Wednesday afternoon, just moments before the Project Healing Waters special live stream. So, yeah, it's been an extremely busy week. Every year I participate in the greatest international scavenger hunt the world has ever seen, also known as GISH, Gish. And I've been doing all sorts of wacky tasks, doing good for the community, some art projects. I guess so far I've posted all the pictures and videos up on my personal Facebook page, and one of the top items was that people really seem to enjoy was my what do you call it? One of the items was to come up with a way to socially distance, distribute candy at Halloween at quote an impressive distance. So I rigged up a pulley system and came up with a dumping basket carrier, gondola, whatever you want to call it, and I rigged up some line between my front porch and my mailbox, and through a little mechanical method, I was able to remotely drop off a Hershey bar at 50 feet away. Actually, there might be a way I could show that to you guys. Let's try this. I've never done this before, so let's see if I can. So usually when I have everything up and running and I'm live streaming, everything seems to operate extremely slow. So let's give it a second and see if we can't pull up my video. Go to my channel. Everything is set to, you need a direct link to get to it. It's not for public viewing quite yet. Videos uploads will sort by date added. Oh, these are all my public ones. So, well, I guess we'll just get to that later, I suppose. I don't want to bog down the system with trying to do too much fancy things. So, anyways, yeah, my hat that I got on today. Check it out. Muskie Bay Resort, Rice Lake, Canada. This goes all the way back to 1995. I got myself a little trophy. 1995, let's see, I would have been 14 years old. And the resort had a fishing competition for the season. And I presume it was for different age categories. And I got first place from the Muskie Bay Resort in 1995 for catching a 12-ounce sunfish. How about that? So I found my hat and I decided to wear that today. And as far as flies, what we're going to tie, I pulled out a book. Not a book, but I don't know. You guys know how I do things Monday morning so far. we're going to try something out called the Sapphire Nymph. This is from Tyers. It's the auto tracking kind of screws things up. Tyers. This would be winter 2014, page 80 or page 77. And we're going to try something called the Sapphire Nymph. I think I might want to change my hooks real quick, because I just have a nymph hook out, and I think I want to switch this out to a caddis hook. Let's see, caddis 10, caddis 14. Here we go. That should work. Alright. Get that back up there. So anyways, Sapphire Nymph. The recipe calls for a Dairiki 125, size 14. We're going to use a 70 denier brown thread. Calls for an 8/0 uni thread. Pheasant tail fiber, some light dunge snowshoe rabbit. It's a pheasant tail kind of flashback. We're going to use some blue flashaboo for ribbing. Yeah, all sorts of fun stuff going into this. So, yeah, it's Monday morning. Here we are once again. Oh, what can I say? We make it 1 week at a time, 1 day at a time. It's been kind of, like I said, it's been a busy week for me with a scavenger hunt. So I haven't been out fishing. I did get out one day. Had one hookup for just a brief moment, and then my tip snapped. So easy come, easy go with that. Otherwise, it was just flogging the water for the day. But I don't know. So let's slide over to the vise and tie a fly or two. We can tell we got some deer hair hanging out on the vise still from Project Healing Water Special. We were doing some little mice. So let's just get this cleaned off. One thing you have to really keep out is the deer hair and junk, because after a while that will get inside and your vise won't operate to its fullest potentialist. Anyways, so here we are once again. Alright, we're gonna do these on, like I said, these caddis curved hooks. These are size 14s. These are the R7 barbless from our good friends up north in Canada at the Fly Life Co. So anyways, how's everybody doing today? We got a couple of people tuned in today. What have we been up to out there? Let's get this situated in there like so. And you know what we're going to do? Just because I like you guys, we're going to zoom in a little bit. Maybe another little bump. Here we go. How's that? Can we see it? And we'll get that a little more centered. Alright. So I suppose, kind of working our way from the front, or from the back to the front. I haven't tied this fly before, but we're going to see what we can do. Size 14 hook, we got a 70 denier flat wax thread, and that's going to be our start. Bada boom, bada bing. So yeah, the audio quality should be better now with the new microphone headset combo. We've got our better lighting because our previous headset was receiving interference from the power source. So we're at it once again, trying new things. It's the constant evolution. All right, we're gonna get two pheasant tail fibers, 2 barbules, at least to start for our tail. 1 and Sometimes we need to just enlist a little help from our friend Mr. Bodkin. There we go. We'll split that out. 2. 1, 2. Let's pluck those off. We're going to tie these in. This is going to be our tail. And I don't know, about a body's length, right? Hook's length for a body, or for our tail. Let's get that captured, couple of wraps, and make sure we get that stuck on the top side. Here we go. Let's give that a little twist. Okay, so we know that's gonna do its thing, poking down. Alright. Alright, so we're going to add a ribbing, and the ribbing calls for a blue flashaboo. Blue flashaboo. So I've got one strand. I just conveniently had this piece of blue flashaboo just kind of hanging out in my scrap spin. So that's what we're going to use here for these couple of flies. So we'll tie in our blue flashaboo right there. And we'll get it off to the near side. Let's tighten up this thread. It's starting to widen up on us. Easy there, Flossie. Alright, let's grab our hackle pliers, and we're just going to grab onto the end of this flashaboo just to give it a little bit of weight. Keep it off to the side. Steve, good morning. Thanks for tuning in. Alright. And we're going to get a couple more bits of pheasant tail. Let's go 2, 4, 6. We're going to go for 6 barbs. And let's tie these in right about. We'll move our thread forward and work our way back a little bit. Spin your thread counterclockwise or anti-clockwise, depending on the region you're from or however you want to say it, to rope it up. Okay, make sure our little flashback is there on the back. Alright, so now we got to get our snowshoe rabbit. And I don't have any just snowshoe dub, so we're going to have to kind of make our own. I got a little patch. Look at that. Nice little patch of rabbit. A little snowshoe rabbit. And I'm just going to grab a little tuff and give that a little pull. Make myself a little kind of a sterile environmental area. Alright, so let's grab a little touch of wax. And I'm going to trim off our excess first here. That'll work. Alright, so let's get our wax. We'll wax our line. And we're going to do a small little dubbing noodle. And what have we learned about dubbing, ladies and gentlemen? What have we learned? Less is more or less. So keep it sparse. Sparse is nice. We'll do a tight little dubbing noodle. And when I do my dubbing noodles, I like to start them a little bit forward of my start point, so I can take a wrap or two of my thread, and then once it starts to make contact, that's when I take my dubbing noodle to my start point. That way I don't get a couple of extra unnecessary wraps, building up too much thread bulk. Let's go right about there. That looks good. All right, we'll pull our pheasant tail forward. Just like that. Right at that 1/3, 2/3 point. Give that a quick little trim. All right. And now we're going to bring our single strand of blue flashabou forward. All right. And we're going to just use our pointer finger to help us. Help us keep that on track. Make sure we get a nice even ribbing. At least as close as we can get it. That looks good. Whoop, we got a slip. So what we're going to do is we're going to back that up. Give that an extra little twist. I'm not 100% satisfied with that. Maybe the next one will come out just a little bit better. I don't know about the blue. Maybe we'll have to go with like a pearl for our next one. Not sure. Alright, so we need to get our wing case in. And our wing case is going to be CDC. Do a little CDC puff. And just strip those little ones at the bottom down. We're going to tie this in by the tip. Let's just get a 1, 2 turns to start, and then we're going to pull that back right about there. We'll get that to our thorax point. I'm going to give my hook just a little gentle reminder which direction I want it to aim. And we'll trim off that little puff. Alright, another little dab of snowshoe for our thorax. Just a little dab will dub us. That's probably way too much. Give that thread just a little spin. Put my finger on there, just make sure it doesn't slide off. Okay, we'll fold our wing case forward. And let's give that a quick little trim. Alright. I don't know. I think we need more of a dun for our snowshoe. Let's grab a couple more pheasant tail fibers for our legs. Tie these in 2 by 2 on the side. So I'm going to tie 2 in on the near side. And we'll cinch that forward. Boy, those almost just disappeared, but they're there. Alright, let's match that on the other side. I'm not 100% certain I'm sold on this pattern, at least not in its current configuration. A couple of wraps, and we'll pull these forward so they match. They're cohorts on the near side of the hook. Oh, and just pulled those suckers right on out. Let's try that again. Beautiful. Let's give that a trim. And then we'll just roll right into our whip finish. I don't know. I'm thinking we're gonna do our next one just to, whoop, hit the camera. Just a slightly difference. And we'll give this a little drop of insurance policy. A little dab of bone dry at the head. I don't know. What do you think? I'm not 100% satisfied with the way this one came out, but can't be happy all the time, right? Where'd that guy come from? Here we go. So I suppose, I don't know. It'll catch a fish, that's for sure. But I'm not satisfied with that one. Not 100%. Let's try that again. Let's try that again one more time. Let's do maybe try that on a nymph hook. Let's try that on a nymph hook. I like that curve, but I don't know. Just not quite sitting with me 100%. I'm going to take a quick step away, and I'm going to be right back. Please stand by. What do we got? We got 7 people watching. Outstanding. I'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Just need to take care of this coffee real quick. Alright, we are back from our quick pause for the cause. How about a curved nymph hook? I'd have to do some digging for a curved nymph hook. This was not available to see and to find right away. I don't know. We're gonna just try a straight up nymph hook. We're gonna roll into the R17 nymph hook. How's the lighting? It almost seemed like it was a little bit too bright for the video. I don't know. You tell me. I'm always open for comments, technical wise, as how to keep improving this live stream for your visual pleasure. I don't know. Let's get back to it. I like coffee and I like chatting, but I also like tying these flies. So let's give that a whirl. Some good coffee. It's my new mug. I picked this. I traded some flies for this mug. Here we go. There's the creator, Webster. Yeah. The gentleman that made the mug does obviously his own ceramics, pottery, whatever you want to call it, and he drew this trout design, and he's got a special methodology of printing it, I guess, and then he is able to use this design across multiple mugs. Pretty cool. Wish it was a bass, but what do you do? Alright, let's tie some flies. Let's tie some flies. Yes. Alright, we got our switching it up. It's a straight nymph hook, not a curved nymph hook, but here we go. Size 14, keeping it with the 14s. Oh, I'm always open to suggestions, Steve. Absolutely always open for suggestions. Alright, let's get this bad boy up there. What's the target fish? Well, around here it's going to be sunnies. But, presumably this would be a trout pattern. Usually what most small flies you find are typically identified as a trout pattern. But, for me, hey, it's all about that, all about the sunnies. Perhaps I will catch a trout on this someday. I don't know. But it's called the Sapphire. What is it called? It's called the Sapphire Nymph is the pattern that we're loosely basing this off of. Let's see here. We need to get our tail. So let's go ahead and bring that back. Little thread base all the way to the rear. And we'll find our two pheasant tails, fibers, barbules. Look at that one too. Just like that. And let's just go ahead and measure out a hook's length for our tail. Looks good. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to set that off to the side for a quick second, and we're going to restart our thread. We're going to untie this real quick. Because what we're going to do is we're going to use the tag end. Instead of trimming that off, we're going to use that to split. So keep that tag end, ride that all the way to the bend. Tighten up our thread a little bit. Alright, we'll try that again. Let's tie these two in at our hook's length on top. looks good. Run our thread forward, and then we're going to take our tag end of our thread and we're just going to split that between the two pheasant tail barbs and our tail, and that's just going to help us spread those out a little bit. What do you think of that, huh? Here we go. Now we got our tail is split open. Boy, that's really flattening out. That's probably why they called for a uni thread on this, huh? Alright. So last time we did a blue flashaboo, and I wasn't too keen on that. So I actually have here a little piece of pearl flash. Let's see if we can't get that out. Where'd it go? It's hard to see. What can I say? Alright, we're going to get our little tiny piece of pearl flash. Almost next to impossible to see, but we're going to use the old lift and lower just to get that around. Sweet. Cinch that up, and then we'll lock that off. Good. Where'd my hackle pliers go? See how that likes to curl up and just get in the way? If I grab the end of that with my hackle pliers, I can set that back and out of the way. Perfecto. Alright, I really liked the look yeah. Here's a little tool you probably haven't seen. Look at that. I got 3 little minis. I had nowhere else to put them, and they fit on this big old bobbin, but I keep those up there so I can just peel these off. So yeah, just a little bit of Mirage opal tinsel. Yeah, exactly. This is actually the tinsel specifically that I'm using is actually it's a hollow shimmer. Get this stuff at Michael's. They got the fruit flavor shine of orange, cherry, lemon, and lime. And it's best used if you just transfer it to a smaller bobbin. There we go. This is number 8001, Sulky. Hope that's the silver. This is the one we're using. 8040. They call it a silver metallic. But that's what we got for that. Got that tied in. We're going to tie in our pheasant tail fibers, barbs. And I think 6 was good number for that. You know, I have successfully lost that first fly that we tied. I don't know where it went. Oh, there it is. It's on the hook and hackle plier. So we'll grab 5 or 6 of these. And I'm going to tie these in. So when I fold this forward, I'm going to tie it in by the tips forward. Let's give ourselves a little bit of a runway here. Work our way back. Alright, that's on top. So when we fold that back, we will be good to wet. Good to go. You know what? This is what we're going to do, actually. We're going to tie these in all the way up front. And we got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Got 6 of these. Cool. So we're going to tie these in the full length because we're going to actually fold these tips back and use those for our legs. I think that'll be just fine. Sweet. Oh, we pinched our tail down somehow. Get back up there. Alright, I want to make sure these stay. Oh, lost one. Stay on top. And we'll make sure we got our tail still is happy with its thing. I think so. Alright, we just need to get our dubbing on now. No, the pheasant tail is just straight up. Straight up pheasant. I do have some olive dyed, and this is it. This is the last of it. When you get to the end. But nope, this is just a straight up regular pheasant tail. Good question, good question. Alright. Let's add a little touch of wax to our line. And we'll dub our little noodle for the body. Nice tight noodle. Excellent. We'll just make our body, rub that forward. Right to that 1/3, 2/3 point where we're going to do our thorax and junk. I think that will be fine. Fold our pheasant tail forward. There we go. And let's do our ribbing. I think we could have went back just a tick further, but that's all right. Yeah, I think this flash looks so much better than that blue. Alright, let's save this with our magnet. Who else uses magnets on their bench? I've got all sorts of magnets. I use it to clip down and hold down little bits and pieces of stuff and junk so I don't lose it. We're going to do a little CDC again. You know, I'm not even too sure I even want to do the CDC. Let's do... I kind of just want to do some pheasant tail for a wing case. Let's do that. We'll do more pheasant tail. Little pheasant tail wing case. We're marching to the beat of our own drum now. That's okay. We can do that. I like that. Yeah, I think magnets on the bench are just fantastic. You know, I keep them to hold on to my scissors. I got them all over the place. Let's see, what was I doing? I was going to do a little bit more. I got to do a thorax. So a little pinch of dub. We'll do our thorax. Let's go just a touch more. Build that up just a little bit. Here we go. I like that. Let's fold you up and over. Oh boy, that was the old stomach growl. Sorry about that. We could do ostrich frill for the wing case, maybe on the next one. That's the thing, is I have to remember that there's like a 30-second delay from what I can read and what you guys say, and it's interesting because I'm like half a step ahead on the bench versus what I see in my monitor. But we might do some ostrich. In fact, just the other day, I was out at my local hardware store, and during the summer months, they have a discount bin they drag outside, and I picked up a feather duster for like $1.99, and it is just chocked full of goodness. So I'm carefully trying to get 1, 2, 3 of these. Over here. Over here. We'll start with the far side. Actually, let's see what this does. Because essentially I just want to get these folded to the sides and down. That'll work enough. That'll be good enough for me. Let's try that. Nice little whip finish. So we got a couple of barbs on either side. I think that turned out all right. There you have it. Let's get our tail readjusted. I like that one a lot better than the first one. Yeah, what do you think? I think we could probably zoom in just a little bit more even. Let's try that. I think that's pretty cool. I like that. I like that one a lot, actually. Alright, let's see here. Questions, comments, concerns? What do we think about this? We'll take a few minutes and we'll come up with a plan for our last one. Because we'll tie one more. I'm leaning towards the nymph hook. I like the Mirage opal tinsel. I like the flashback, or the pheasant tail flashback. I really like that. And we're thinking ostrich herl for the wing case. What color ostrich herl do we want to go with? We've got all sorts of options. Let's peacock, ostrich, and pheasant. Actually, I got kind of this brownish tannish. Got black, yellow, pink, red. Actually, we got this red dyed peacock. That's pretty. Or we could just go with a white. Chartreuse. Here we go. Here's some kind of a natural brown. Oh boy, I can hear my stomach growling. I think maybe after this live stream I need to go get some breakfast. What do you think? I'm thinking I'm going to go with this kind of a natural up there. We'll give it a try. I think so. Unless anybody else has any other suggestions or better ideas. I don't know. It's where the adventure takes us. That's what matters. That's what I'm always excited for. You know, they say, oh, it's not the destination, it's the journey. Some say it's the journey, not the destination. But either way. Alright. Natural brown, I'll stay with the theme. Yep, that's what I was thinking. Alright, let's go ahead and slide back over to the bench one last time and see what we can do. Alright, what do we got? Our size 14 nymph hook again. Let's get one of those out. Here we go. How's that? Looks good. Alright. So we'll start this just like we did last time. Oh, we're gonna keep our tag end, so give us just a little bit longer. And Keep our tag end on top. And we're going to go all the way back this time. That looks good. And we'll get our 2 pheasant tail fibers, or barbs. I don't know why I keep calling these fibers. It's not a fiber, it's a barb. It's a barbule. If you want to get technical. 1 and 2. Go that hook's length thereabouts. Make sure they stay on top. And that's pulled between the 2. That'll be off to the side and get our thread back there. It keeps wanting to creep up and Pikachu out on me, and I don't know if I like that. Alright, there we go. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Let's get our pearl. I really like that pearl. Alright, we want to tie this on the near side. Tie our thread in, or not our thread, but our flashback up front, because we're going to fold those back again. So let's make sure we grab, let's count these out. It's 4, 2, 4, 5. There's 4. That's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Time those get folded back, we'll be all right. Keep our pheasant tail back. Take that all the way to the rear. Alright, now let's do our dubbing. I need to take another little pinch of my snowshoe. little dabble dubbus. Let's go ahead and a little touch of wax. Remember, less is more or less. Let's keep it sparse, because sparse is nice. Nice little tight dubbing noodle. And we'll work our way from the rear up towards the front, right to that 1/3, 2/3 point. A little dab, but dub more. Dang dub it. And it's okay if we taper this up just a little bit. Boom, right there, that's where I want it. We'll take our pheasant, we'll fold that forward. I like that. Let's bring our ribbing forward now. So I think my problem with that first one with that blue flashaboo is the flashaboo is just too wide. Maybe if it was on like a size 10 hook, I think it would have came out a lot better maybe, but who knows? Who knows? Alright. Here we are, we're almost there. Let's go ahead and we'll get our ostrich. And I don't know, we don't need much. Maybe 4, 5. Small little batch. Let's go 2, 4, 6, 7. Lucky 7. We'll tie these in by the tips. Because then, yep, tie it in by the tips. Make sure it's tied in on top. Trim those tips off. And we'll need our thorax. So we'll need a little bit more dubbing. A little dab of dubbus. Small little pinch. And I am grabbing some of the guard hairs out of that. Alright, let's build a thorax. And I like to do my thorax just a tick bigger than the body. Naturally. Like that. Let's fold our wing case forward. I don't know. It'll be alright. Alright, let's do our little dance with our pheasant tail up front. That'll be all right. And we'll give it a 1-2 tree. I think that'll be all right. We got some legs onto this side. Got some legs on that side, some nice bugginess coming out of there. Let's get our tail situated. Yeah, buddy. You know, it's not a showroom fly, but you know what? Because things got a little crooked back here, but that's all right. I think that'll. This is just a hide. I do have some foot somewhere, but I'd have to do a little bit more digging to find that one, pull that out. But I think I'll be all right. Oops, that didn't work. Let's try that again. Another Monday morning. Little coffee chat, little coffee and some fly tying. That's some good stuff. So I think we're going to leave it at that. What do we got coming up this week? Not much. It's going to be a slow week compared to this week as far as stuff happening here at the house. Hopefully I'll be able to get down to the river, do some fishing. If not, I'll have to go check out my little secret lake. This weekend, actually the next 2 weekends, we got the 15th and the 22nd. The St. Cloud Fly Anglers Club might be doing a tentative dates for a float trip for the club members. It's always good to get with them. We'll probably be bidding farewell to one of our members who is retiring and relocating, so I'll be glad to see him one last time. He's been a dedicated volunteer for the Project Healing Waters program. So yeah, anyways, well, I think we're going to just leave it at that. We're going to go ahead and wrap up. Let's go ahead and switch this over to here. Ba-doop, ba-doop, boop, ba-doop, ba-doop, boop. And I always like having those in the closing shot. So there you have it. Yep, that's what we're going to do. We're going to leave it at that. I want everybody to have a great week. Tie some flies, go catch some fish, be creative. Dig into your waste bins of your fly bench, and I guess my challenge for everybody is to tie a scraps fly, something that you just have some random material sitting around. Pick them up and tie a fly. Catch a fish with it. It'll be awesome. So we're gonna leave it at that. Thank you all for watching. I want everybody to stay safe, stay healthy. Happy tying, yeah, sure, you betcha. Tight lines, peace.